Hey Theatre Addicts, I'm Melody. I am here on Granville Island outside False Creek Gym Theatre, and I'm about to go see While You Sleep by Kai Today. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm really interested in this because, and I'm just going to read this little bit, it is told in fragments of monologue, spoken word, and scene. And although this is a play reading, I'm really interested in how that's going to be done. And so I will catch up with you after the show and tell you a little bit more about it. Hey Theatre Addicts, Melody back. I just saw While You Sleep at False Creek Gym Theatre for Vancouver Fringe 2018. This is part of the Advanced Theatre series. 5 plays over 5 days, all at 1:30 at False Creek Gym. They are readings. They're not acted out. They're not theatrics. They are readings. They're readings of plays in the works. And so often afterwards there's a talk back with questions and comments to get feedback from the audience. I love the experience. This is the third one I've seen this week. I really love the experience. I love the talk back. I love hearing the reading of the play and then hearing the audience's opinions and comments and thoughts around that. It's so enjoyable. Okay, let's start with the set. The set, because it's a reading, it is really just, actors on stage reading, literally with a script in their hand. What was interesting here is they put chairs around the stage in a particular order, and that lent to the reading, and I really liked it. All the actors dressed in black. They all had black chairs, and the stage floor was black, the curtains were all black, and so there was that very uniformed look with the chairs spaced out in a particular order, which made sense as they read through the play. I really liked, even though it was a reading, that was really thought out, and I thought that was really well done as well. Kudos to that. I also thought it must have been really challenging for the actors. So what they did was they used lighting, and they used, actors would stand or sit depending on whether they were in scene or not in scene. Sometimes the actors would get up and move around as they were talking, or they'd move from point A to point B, and I thought that must be really tough. It's tough to be walking script in hand while reading and showing emotion and putting full into it. So that was also really well done. I was quite impressed overall with all of the set, with the actors, with the reading. All of that was really, really impressive. The play itself, I enjoyed, although I have to say, just at the beginning, I was having some trouble figuring out who was who. I knew there was supposed to be a sportscaster and an academic and a gamer and so forth, but I didn't quite figure out who was who at the beginning, and it took me a little while to figure that out. And while I was figuring that out, I think I lost some of the content. So I would have liked a little bit, maybe up front, just a little bit more on introduction to the characters, just up front, just so I could figure out who they were before we got heavy into the content. Because there's a lot of content. There's heavy in the content. And I didn't want to miss it, and I did miss a little bit. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but that was my experience of it. While You Sleep is a play about a transgendered playwright named Kai, who is working through fears, working through life in general. Kai is played by, and I'm going to read this, Davy Bastien DeCoste. Bastien DeCoste, who played Kai, did a wonderful job being the playwright who knew that they weren't supposed to be talking about themselves, but did anyways. He did an amazing job also being the playwright who knew, who once they started getting into the flow of it, allowed their characters to come alive. And that's really how I saw that. I saw Kai the playwright writing about self very directly and very specifically at first, but then as the writing started to flow, move into allowing the characters to take over. Now, Bastien DeCoste, playing Kai, did an amazing job being present the entire time, whether being the I shouldn't be talking about myself playwright, or whether being that playwright that allowed the characters to flow through them. I thought that the actor did an awesome job doing that. It is hard to be that present for that long, and not once did I feel that he wasn't there. So kudos, amazing job. And I must say all of the actors today were really, really excellent. Some of them have been working on this project for quite some time, and you can see that they really own it. And I really, really enjoyed listening to them read this play today. So if you do get a chance to see this play, go see it. It deals with some difficult subject matter. It talks about how anyone on the femme spectrum seems to be open to violence and stalking, especially if they hold positions that are considered male, or they're activists. That seems to make them, I don't want to say they're targets, some people see them as valid targets, which they are not. And this is at the heart of this play. If you get a chance to see it, go see it. It's a play in the works. And in my written, I will write a little bit more about where you might be able to see that, as it is still being workshopped, and it will hopefully be in a festival in the future, which they mentioned, and I will make sure that is in the written, so that if you'd like to go see it, you can. This is Melody, and I am here at Vancouver Fringe reviewing for Theatre Addicts, and if you would like more reviews, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and join us hearing the reviews, and please comment. If you've seen this with me, please comment. I would love to know what you thought.